All right, it is a beautiful Saturday morning. The sun is shining. The day is gorgeous. There is no wind at all. It is a perfect morning to get some Avata practice happening. Now, like I said, it's Saturday. I came out to the park before people start to come out. Yes, it's winter. It's about mid to high 30s right now, but it's going to get a little bit warmer later on, and I got a feeling this park's going to get busy. So take advantage of it while it's slow. All right, let's get the bird up in the air, and then we'll talk about why I made this video, the GoPro 11 Mini. I am having so much fun with this Avata. I've only owned it for a little over a month now, and I've had the regular controller for only a couple of weeks over the motion controller. Anyway, I'm still getting used to it. I still have a long way to go. I have to get into the simulator, get into manual mode. But anyway, we're here to talk about the 11 Mini. Now, I did not buy the 11 Mini to put on top of the Avata. Yes, you can do it, and you can get some videos out of it, but you're gonna lose all that full capability of what the Avata could do. It's gonna struggle with that 133 grams and that bulkiness of the Mini. If anything, I would try to put the bones on it, but that's a whole nother story. I bought the Mini, or I got the Mini, to work with the full-size 11, in which I'm vlogging with now. So I can use that for my B-roll, my different perspectives, or unique points of view, trying to really add to the stories or the videos that I'm trying to create. That's my goal with that camera. So let's go back to the studio. I'm going to go into more details as to what it can do, how it's capable, and how it's going to work well for me and what I'm trying to create. We are here talking about the 11 Mini. Now, the 11 Mini was something I was really excited when GoPro announced. They finally shipped them out, and I got it in my hands, and I am happy to try this out. Now, in my initial findings of it, here's what I'm finding out with it. Number one, it's a little bit larger than I thought. I bought this to replace the Session. I love the Session. It gives me these unique points of view, perspectives, very small. I can put it into some really cool places. But I was looking for the replacement with this. This is about, I've had it now for about 5-6 years, I guess, and the technology is good, but it's getting older now, where this technology matches and meets everything with the larger 11. So that's really cool. I use the 11 as my predominantly vlogging camera, so using this as the B-roll, it just matches everything because it's all the same. Everything that you could shoot out of the large 11, you could shoot with this. 5.3K 60, 4K 120, 2.7K 240. It has the same lens. It's got the same GP2 processor. It's got the same 10-bit. Has the same look in linear mode, if that's the mode I decide to go with. They both shoot 8 times slow-mo. They both have the same stabilization. They both, everything, the exact same. And it also has those new unique features. Because it has the GP2 processor, the 10-bit, and the larger sensor. In this one, that larger sensor allows you to get into some darker scenarios and give you a good quality image. So with this, you have that starry setting that you can do. Now, I tried it out, put it in my backyard for about 45 minutes to an hour, and it came up with this. And I thought that was pretty cool. And I'll mess with it more, especially in the summertime, go out camping, get those stars really cool. It also has what I was really interested in. I love working with those slow shutter speed shots, the vehicle lights. So Saturday morning, I go out to India Point overpass on 195, and I set up. I hold it for only about 6, 7, 8 minutes, I guess. I didn't time it really. It was also Saturday morning, so there wasn't a whole lot of traffic out there, but I wanted to make sure it was dark and get some headlights, and that was the only time I can get out there. So I'll mess with it a little bit later on something that mounts it a little bit. you know, for sturdy, I can leave it on there a little bit longer and so on and see what kind of other images I can fit. But I find it to be very, very cool. Now, what I'm finding for the positives, it is nice and compact. It is bigger than the Session, about a third in size smaller than the larger. Same, no, this is the 9, it's got the same body, same height, same width. It's just the left-right width is a little bit shorter, probably about a third shorter. It doesn't take up a whole lot of room. It's very easy to work with. It has the, you know, just hit record and it turns on. It's got 2 ways of mounting. You got the connections on the bottom and on the back. So that's going to be really cool to be able to connect to some other objects. The battery lasts a decent amount of time. I did not test how long it goes in each one of the levels, 5.3K, 4K, or whatever. But I do know that I've been out shooting with it any day, all day, and I haven't had any issues. Not to mention, you can also very easily charge it on the fly. That small compactability is what I like. That's why I always choose GoPros to make my videos when I'm out vlogging, either the GoPro or the Pocket 2. They're just very easy to work with, and they yield a very nice video. Now, in my studio, I got the Sony. I'm very happy with that, but I don't want to take the Sony out on the road. Stabilization cannot match. Even though the quality of the video is better, but the stabilization cannot match what the GoPro can do on the road unless I feel like hooking up a gimbal and getting into all that nonsense. Not to mention, the GoPros are very durable. I mean, very little room in the bag, and when it gets knocked around, I'm not worried about it getting damaged. So there are so many advantages for me to use these cameras when it comes to making my videos versus trying to go out there with a full framed or SLR or something like that. Now, you can also take the lens off. So if you break it or if you want to throw an ND filter on it, you have those options as well. And it can hold up to 256 gigabyte SD card. So you can put a lot of data onto this. I mean, there's a lot of positives when it comes to this camera. Now, a couple of things that you might have to figure some workarounds. One, it is an internal battery, so when it does go low, you are going to have to recharge it. You can recharge on the fly. It does not have a display screen. Now, that's one of the favorite things with the GoPro, display screen, when it's not locking on the older ones. But anyway, it does have the 2 button and the little window to go through the settings. Now, I am used to doing that scenario when it comes to the Session, so I understand on these smaller cameras that that's what you have to work with. But I will say this, if you are working it with your phone in the Quick app, it connects very quickly, and the Quick app allows you to go through the settings very smooth, very easily, and then you are done. A negative with the Quick app, though, is once you set up your shot and you hit record, you get no more preview while it's in record mode. So if you are using it, excuse me, in a moving scenario, set up your shot and, you know, you're kind of hoping for the best with the display. But that being said, the field of view is so wide when it comes to GoPros, I'm not usually worried about it. And in those B-roll shots, it's usually standing still. So I kind of know where I want it aimed. Okay, so as I'm organizing my clips to put the video together, I am realizing that some of the clips that I shot with the Mini 11 are shot in vertical unintentionally. When you're using the Mini and it doesn't have a display, just be aware of the orientation. So either lock it or be aware of it prior to hitting record, or you're gonna make the same mistake I did. But there are some you know, positives and negatives when it comes to using any camera, and I want to make sure I mention it with this one. So that's it. I mean, this is my initial impressions of it. I do enjoy this camera. I like it. I'm really looking forward to using it some more. I am quite happy with the internal audio on those vlogging scenarios I did. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to vlog with this video, but in those certain clips that I want to use this, it worked really well. I was very impressed with those internal mics. So that's it. That's all I have for this video. I do hope you enjoyed it, but if you have any questions, anything I covered or anything I didn't, hit me up below. Let's have a great conversation. If you did enjoy the video, give me the old thumbs up. And if you want to see more, subscribe. I'll catch you next time. Later.